So is it right to charge money for prophetic ministry? Hey friends, this is Dr. Michael Brown. You're watching Ask Me Anything, the show where we come your way 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week to answer your questions. Here's how you send them to me. Email me, send them to ask@god.tv, or go to the God TV Facebook page, post your question there, but be sure you say, these are for Dr. Brown, and then you can tweet God TV, but make sure you use the hashtag AMADRBrown as in Ask Me Anything, Dr. Brown. All right, this question comes from Style via email. How does one activate the prophetic in one's life? And is it biblical for prophets to charge for prophetic ministry? Let me answer that second question first. It is true that the laborer is worthy of his hire. It is true that those that live by the gospel, in other words, they preach the gospel, they are full-time ministering the gospel, that they should be supported by the gospel. However, we do not ever charge for the exercising of a spiritual gift. Ever. That is wrong and sinful and abusive and manipulative, and it must stop. That is ugly in the sight of God. Jesus said, freely you have received, freely give. So when I go to preach somewhere, I will go and preach and pour myself out, and we're not charging people to come and hear me speak. Now, there's an offering that's received that will help our ministry, but I'm going there to preach and teach. When I put an article online, when I do radio, we're there to minister to you, to bless you. When you're watching God TV, this is coming your way freely. Now, if you say, boy, I love that ministry, I want to help God TV, I want to support Dr. Brown, then of course you help and you support. You're part of a local church, right? And your pastor's preaching and teaching, and you say, this is my home congregation, I want to support this, I want to tithe here. Great, wonderful, good. But the pastor doesn't charge you to sit there and listen to him preach. And if someone says, before I prophesy over you, you have to give me a certain amount of money, that person is speaking falsely. That person is misrepresenting God. That person is sinning. And the early church even had a rule that if anyone comes and says to you, give me money, and they say it by the Spirit, you reject that person as a false prophet. That's how strong the early church was on it. So God forbid you have a prophetic gift. God forbid you charge for it. You've been given a gift by God. Give it out freely, and God will meet your needs. Now, how do you activate the prophetic in your life? If you are called to prophetic ministry, to operate in the gift of prophecy or something beyond that, it's something that's going to come naturally in your own relationship with God, in your own walk with God. But many times, if you are around other prophetic people, that will stir something up in you. Or as you study what the Bible says about prophetic ministry, that will stir something up in you. Or if you do what Paul writes in 1 Corinthians, the 14th chapter, and earnestly seek the best gifts, especially prophecy, and say, Lord, use me in this gift to speak on your behalf, then God will work in you. So seeking Him, studying what God says about prophets and prophetic ministry, getting with other people who flow in this, these are all things that will help to activate the prophetic in your own life. And again, the purpose in flowing in prophetic ministry is not to exalt ourselves, not to make ourselves better, but to glorify Jesus by speaking on His behalf to others by the Spirit, within the church and among the lost as well. Hey friends, we've got lots of material, including a whole course that can be downloaded on prophetic ministry. Tons of free material on the website about it as well. So visit my website right now, askdrbrown.org. You see the address on your screen there, askdrbrown.org. Before you leave, sign up for my emails, because every week we're putting out new videos, new articles, free, that we want to send your way. So check those out. Search for prophetic on the website. Be blessed. Take advantage of the materials we have, and we'll see you next time right here.
Thank you for watching the program. Dr. Brown is here to answer your questions. If you have something you want to ask, then either email ask@god.tv, tweet #AMADRBrown, or go to the God TV Facebook page. We want to hear your question, so please contact us today.
Start the day right with God today. Enjoy some of the very best teaching from anointed speakers, exclusive daily content, and special access to an online community of believers. We're celebrating the launch of God Today with a limited 7-day free trial. Sign up today and enjoy this offer. But hurry, it won't last long. Start your day right in the presence of God.